Welcome to Campus Dining and Shops. This video will give you introductory welcome and safety information to help set you up for success in your new position. Here at Campus Dining and Shops, our mission statement is the following. Our primary purpose is to offer a variety of high-quality, high-value, and innovative dining options designed to fit the varied lifestyles and nutritional needs of the university community. When each staff member carries out this mission statement, the whole Campus Dining and Shops team is successful. We look forward to having you join the team and being successful with us. Let's get started. Our Human Resource Office is not accessible for walk-in visits. All inquiries are to be by phone or email, and we are available in person by appointment only. Please feel free to direct any comments, questions, or concerns to your direct supervisor, and give them every opportunity to address that concern as outlined in the complaint resolution procedure and your employee handbook. If you are still concerned and have given your supervisor enough time to act, we encourage you to talk to your director. If after talking to your director and having given them time to act, you still feel unsatisfied, please make an appointment with Human Resources. Before you come to campus, for the health of guests and fellow staff, please make sure you are healthy and able to work. If you are sick, follow the employee health policy and do not report to work. With any missed shift, remember to use proper call-in procedures. This is done by calling 716-645-0351. Call and leave a message as soon as you know you will not be able to make it to the shift. To carry out the mission statement reviewed before, we need staff to be ready and able to work for their scheduled shifts. Attendance of every employee is critical for us all to be successful. On your first day, report to your unit and ask to speak with a manager. Your unit managers will help you get started. They will give you a tour of the unit, show you where to put your belongings, and give you an overview of what you will be doing. This is a great time to ask questions. At this time, they will also give you your working uniform. As you can see by the examples given here, this is a completed uniform. You should be in complete uniform prior to clocking in. Clocking in is to only occur once you are in full uniform and ready to go to your working station. To clock in, select the Shift Start button on the punch tile screen and swipe your UB card. You will see a green check mark informing you of a successful punch. Once clocked in, use the employee sign-in sheet to document that you are at work and the times. Both steps in the process are required. If you are required to take a break, use the Meal In or Out button and swipe your card. At the end of the shift, select the End of Shift button and swipe your card. Do not forget to also sign the sign-in sheet as you leave for the day. This next section of the video is to address safety procedures. Working safely together creates a safe environment free from injury and stress. When you arrive for your first day, you will learn your evacuation route and gathering plan for emergencies and drills. It is important that you know these plans given to you during orientation to help keep yourself and others safe during emergencies. There are two types of fire extinguishers. The K, or silver color extinguisher, is for grease fires and is found in the kitchen. The red, or ABC extinguisher, is for all other type of fires. Every cooking area has a fire suppression system called an ANSEL system. There is a pull station for this system located near each cooking area. If you are working in a cooking area, you are responsible for knowing where these pull stations are. Managers are responsible for activating the system if the need arises. Safety is our goal, but if you were to ever be injured while working, it is required that you inform your manager immediately and complete an incident report. Your manager will provide you the necessary information related to any accident or injury while working. When lifting heavy objects, do not bend at the hips to lift the product. This will only hurt your back. Instead, bend at your knees, let your arms and legs do the work to lift and place heavy objects. Kitchens are busy places. Being aware of your surroundings is key. If you do not make people aware that you are near them, disaster can strike, as demonstrated here. Simply communicating with coworkers as you move through the working places will help prevent accidents. Saying phrases like, behind you, next to you, are effective communication phrases. Looking around you before moving from your position will also help prevent accidents. We want to ensure that we are providing the safest food possible for our guests, and washing hands is one of the best ways to prevent the spread of germs. First, dispense the brown paper towels to dry your hands when you are done. Then, Wet your hands with warm to hot running water. Then apply soap to your hands. Lather your hands with the soap. Lather between your fingers, the back of your hands, and under your fingernails. Do this for about 20 seconds. Rinse your hands under the warm to hot running water. Dry your hands with the paper towel already dispensed. Shut the water off with the towel, then dispose of the towel in the garbage can. There are several reasons to wash your hands throughout the day, such as the beginning of your shift, switching between tasks, glove changes, they are soiled, after using the restroom, after sneezing, and the end of your shift. Along with hand washing, glove changing is extremely important for food safety. Single-use gloves can be a fantastic way to prevent contamination of food, as long as they are changed frequently and used in conjunction with hand washing. Never blow into the glove, as this may spread germs. Change gloves often, or at least after every 2 hours of continuous use. You should also change gloves if you touch any part of your body, if your gloves are torn, or for all the reasons you would wash your hands, including using the restroom and switching between tasks. Putting gloves on properly means you are ready to touch food. Single-use gloves are for food handling. Ensure you do not use gloves when using the cash register. When using any cleaning chemicals, always receive instructions from your trainer on proper use. There are 2 other ways to review each product before use: the label on the product and the STS book, which is centrally located. In this book is all the information needed to use any chemical, including what to do if you were to come in contact with that chemical incorrectly. If you come in contact with a chemical and it has any adverse effects, inform your manager immediately. We use a phrase here at CDS to best describe our commitment to sanitation: clean as you go. Cleaning throughout the day will help us provide safe food, showcase to our guests our commitment to safe food, and allow us to change over or close stations down quickly and efficiently. No matter how clean a surface appears, we never assume it is food safe. Cleaning and sanitizing surfaces is a priority in providing safe food. We utilize the procedure at the start of the day, after completing one task and before starting another, and after 2 hours of continuous use. This is a great way to prevent bacteria from spreading. Every station and work area needs a red and green bucket. The green bucket will have a wash solution, a scrub pad, and a squeegee. The red bucket will have the sanitizer solution and a white cloth called a chick cloth. Both the wash solution and the sanitizer solution will be dispensed from a station in the dish area. To clean a prep table, you will need both the red and green bucket, brown paper towels, and wet floor signs. First, take the brown paper towel and wipe down the table, clearing it of all debris, sweeping it into a trash can or compost bucket. Next, we will place wet floor signs at the end of the table. Next, we will take our wash solution and scrubby and scrub the table. Be diligent to scrub the whole surface, including any sides, edges, or overhang. Once the entire table has been scrubbed, you will take your squeegee, making sure to take all the excess water off the table in the same direction. If you are removing the water to the floor, you must have the wet floor signs available. If the table has a sink, you may remove the excess water to the sink so long as the sink is empty. Once the excess solution has been removed, take your sanitizer solution and chick cloth and wipe down all surfaces of the table with the sanitizer solution, including sides, edges, and overhangs. It is important that once the surfaces have been wiped down with the sanitizer solution, they are left to air dry. When using a knife or any sharp equipment such as a dicer or slicer, safety is important. When using any sharp equipment, you are required to use a cutting glove. This is for your own safety and a requirement within our organization. First, put on a single-use glove. Then, place the cutting glove over the single-use glove. This will be on the hand in which you are holding the product. Then place another single-use glove over the cutting glove. Again, everyone is required to use cutting gloves. Take your cutting board and place a slip mat on the table, and the cutting board on the slip mat. If there is no slip mat available, you may use a chick cloth as a slip mat. Whether going to your station or returning the knife to its station, walking with the knife is important. Hold by the handle, pointing the knife down. Walk with your arm firm against your body. Do not swing your arms. Place the knife under the cutting board when not in use. When holding the knife, take your first 3 fingers, starting with the pinky finger, and hold the handle of the knife. Next, using your pointer finger and your thumb, pinch the top of the knife blade, near the handle. This should give you firm control of the knife. When cutting product, use a rocking motion, keeping the point of the knife in contact with the cutting board as much as possible. Only lift the back end of the knife near the handle. Hold the product with the hand that has the cutting glove on it, pulling your fingers back in a claw style, tucking your fingertips in. Remember, knives are tools for food only. We have other tools to open cans, bags, and boxes. A dull knife can be more dangerous than a sharp one because you would have to use more pressure. If you feel your knife is dull, please inform a manager. Knives and cutting boards never go to the dish room. Use your green and red buckets or a wash sink not in the dish room to wash and sanitize the knives and cutting boards. Be sure to wear your cutting glove for the whole cleaning process. Place them back in their designated places once the task is completed. Our cutting boards and knives have a color code that follow for specific products. The white cutting board is for meat products. Green cutting boards are for non-meat products, including tofu. Our purple knives and cutting board are part of an allergen kit for allergen-free items only. And the blue boards are for any product containing nuts. It is important for food safety that the correct board is used for each product. If you are unable to locate the correct color board and knife, see a manager for assistance. Once we prepare food, we need to label it for food safety. We use LDIR, which stands for Label, Date, Initial, Rotate. Take a label from the designated area. Write what the product is, when it was made, and your initials. Once the label is complete, place it on the pan of prepared food. Here is an example of a completed label. You can see here the label, date, and the initials. Once your product is ready for storing, you will need to wrap it. Pull out a section of the wrap to the end of the table. Place your pan in the middle of the wrap. Cut the wrap, pull the wrap over the top of the pan from both ends, and fold the excess down on the sides. You will repeat this entire process, but before placing the pan on the wrap, you will turn it a quarter turn and repeat the closing of the wrap, folding the excess side down. To rotate, we use what we call FIFO, first in, first out. This means we are using the oldest product first and wasting less. FIFO means that the first product that is placed into a hot box, cooler, or shelf is the first product that is used in service. This concludes the orientation video. Please complete the following steps to confirm knowledge of the video. We welcome you to our Campus Dining and Shops team. We look forward to seeing you soon.